Welcome back, everybody. This is the time where we head over to Tobago to see what is happening there. And this morning we are going to speak with Mr. Trevor Joseph. Mr. Joseph, he was one of the featured speakers at the Full Gospel Convention, which recently took place. Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Good morning. It's taking place, not took place.
Oh, it's taking place. How are you this morning, though?
Wow. I am energized. Yeah. I mean, you can't be in Tobago and have a bad feeling, right?
Exactly. Exactly. It's one of the best places to be.
And hospitable people.
Mr. Joseph, the Full Gospel event, that convention is coming up, as you said. Can you tell us about that?
Well, first of all, Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International is the largest group of Christian businessmen in the world. We have membership in 160 countries, and it comprises men and women who are business or professional people. So it's a leadership organization. So when we have a convention, it speaks to leaders and leadership. Yeah. So we have speakers from around the world. We have from Nigeria, we have from USA, El Salvador, Mexico, Barbados, Jamaica, Grenada. We have visitors from around, we have Guyana. So we have representatives also from the various membership coming in. So it's an international in scope, and our theme this year is waters. And the Bible speaks a lot about waters. As you know, we are known as the watery planet. So water is a very big theme. Our bodies are comprised mainly of water. So it's a lot, and the presenters are only allowed to speak once. We have 13 presenters. We have a grand banquet tomorrow that anyone could come to. We have internationally renowned Steve Kerban will be with us. He is a very well-known gospel artist. We have the speaker, our international president from Mexico. He's here. He will be the featured speaker. Tonight, his wife is going to be the featured speaker, and it's the ladies-only event. She has an unusual book. It's named The Joy of Suffering. And a person who has gone through challenges, writing a book, I think she has something to say to people who have challenges. So I'm hoping that the ladies will come out this evening. It's at Ravenel's Hotel in Tobago. Ravenel's Hotel, all the Tobagonians know where that is. And just come across. Today's session starts at 8:30, and we have presenters again from around the world speaking. And each person has been assigned a separate topic. We have like crossing the Red Sea, Pilate washing his hands. That's leadership abdicating, right? A cup of cold water, which means you're serving. It's the servant's heart. Still waters, you're talking about leading the calm and peaceful life that God leads you to. He leads us beside still waters. Nourished by water, turning water into wine. Pigs drowning, that's demonic warfare. We have Pastor Austin from Nigeria speaking to that. It's wonderful. I can tell the Tobagonians, come out. You cannot lose. You will be energized. Your spiritual life will be enriched. You know, audience, many of us spend money on things that will not last. I would challenge you, spend money on things that would educate you and build up your spiritual life. It will last a long time. Mm-hmm. Money well spent.
And so for this event, people, is it a free event, or is there a cost attached to it?
Well, the cost is only to cover the cost of the refreshments. On the day sessions, we have a luncheon, a very good lunch, and then we have a morning break, an afternoon break. So, and that's $300. I mean, if you go for a lunch in a good place, that's more than that. So it's not to cover the cost of the speakers or the airfare or the hotel accommodation. It's just to cover what you will be receiving physically.
Right.
not mentally, not spiritually.
And that
It's a
mental,
gift.
that mental and spiritual aspect of it is something that, you know, you spend $300, as you said, money spent well, because it can take you very far in your life.
One word from God can change your life. Many people water's refreshed, and many people are going through a lot of challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the Bible has the answers for everything, you know. And you come there and you might be surprised that you might get some information that will help you. Or you might make a contact with somebody from another part of the world that can help your business.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
And for people who may not necessarily be believers, it is an event that you think would be able to, you know, open their mind to see things from a different perspective as well?
This has nothing to do with whether you're Christian or not.
Mm-hmm.
These are speaking to truths. And truths are everlasting. And there are spiritual laws and there are physical laws. And whether you are aware of it or not, if you follow the spiritual laws, whether you're a believer in Christianity or any other religion, once you follow the spiritual laws, they work. It's like gravity. Gravity works whether you believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah. But it is an event that anybody can go to, which is good, so you get people to come together, even if it's from different faith. But we come and we learn the theory of it, but the problem is putting it into practice.
Well, yes. Yesterday we were told that, you know, if you have a vision and you have no action, no plan, you're just dreaming. So if you have a vision and you have a plan and you take action, then you have reality. So I agree with you. God says, you know, he will bless the work of your hands, you know. He doesn't, blessings don't fall from the sky and rest on you. You have to give God something to bless.
Mm-hmm. So it's something to look forward to. But how long has this event been taking place, though?
Well, if you're talking about the organization, it's existed since 1953.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Caribbean, we've been around for a long time. I joined in the 1990s, and it's still existing. And all over the Caribbean, we have what we call the fellowship. Yeah.
So what have you seen over the years with people who come and take part in this organization and event?
Well, the last time you had one of the persons from Tobago here, he said he came to an event and he expressed the problem he had. Now, I'm not inviting people to come and tell us the problems and look for finance, but he said when he came, he had an agriculture business and they stole all his watering irrigation materials. And he was bankrupt. And then he said some of the members of the fellowship gave him some funds to restart. And that restart in a new location, never had to get irrigation equipment again, and his business has prospered. And sometimes a word of advice from an experienced businessman to a younger businessman goes a long way. Sometimes you put them in touch with somebody who can help them, not that you can help them. They call it networking. It's important. And also we try to, as best as we can, encourage businessmen to do the right thing, to be ethical and moral in the business.
Yeah. Ethics and morals are two small words, but big in the sense of what it encompasses.
Most people don't associate it with business.
Yeah. And now
every businessman is a crook.
In Trinidad and Tobago now, especially in Tobago, we always hear stories that people, they are forced to close down their business due to the economic situation in the country. You mentioned advice being given. You know, is it something that people can come to and, you know, get some help with?
Well, the reality is that Tobagonians have faced a challenge, and I must commend them. I must say that if it was in Trinidad, they had to endure the hardships that was caused by I guess, lack of proper planning. I don't want to accuse anybody of wrongdoing, but it has affected adversely the business life of the Tobagonians. but you don't see them burning tires and blocking roads and rioting and screaming. I commend them. They are peaceful and loving people. And they've endured this quite with dignity. Trinidadians should learn from them.
Well, some Trinidadians may not agree, but you know, it is good to have, you know, that level of respect for each other. Can you one more time just give us the information as it relates to what is taking place, when it is taking place, and how people can get the information to turn up?
Well, the convention continues this morning, and anyone could come in. It begins at 8:30, but if you can't reach for 8:30, every hour there's a speaker, and each speaker has a different topic. Then we have lunch and we have a break. And this evening we have the ladies' event, where the lady who wrote the book, The Joy of Suffering, she's going to tell us what caused her to write that book and motivate women who have challenges especially. And then tomorrow we continue during the day, and in the evening we have a grand banquet with the internationally renowned musical worship leader, Steve Coburn. He's a gift. He's coming in I mean, the people here should come out and really enjoy a great time.
If they want to get information, if people want to get information, where do they go to get it?
Well, I'll give one number, which is simple to remember, 741-0158. 741-0158. Call or text or WhatsApp, and we'll give you a response.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Trevor Joseph, Full Gospel Convention, which is taking place in Tobago right now. Thank you for joining us and giving us some information as to what it is about, what is taking place, and what is to come in the near future. This is Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago. We now take you to your travel weather forecast.